Hey there, Suzanne Monroe, and I'm excited to be doing a read aloud today from the Live Well, Dream Big guide, the ultimate guide to becoming your best self and living life on your own terms. I'm going to be diving into a element of Wellness 360 in a specific section in the book and have a conversation with you about how some of the tips can support you to hopefully overcoming burnout, getting out of stress, and really taking charge of your health and life and reclaiming your life. Today, we're talking about the element of purpose, which is one of the elements of Wellness 360. By now, you hopefully already have heard of Wellness 360 if you've been following me or the IAWP at all. If not, I highly recommend getting this guide at iawpwellnesscoach.com/guide. You'll learn all about Wellness 360, get your own roadmap, and get started on your journey. Now, one of the things about Wellness 360 is that there's 12 elements and they don't operate in a box. They're all interconnected. The other thing is that they all have 3 distinct layers. So we're going to walk through the layers today for the element of purpose. Purpose is far more than what we do for a living. It's an inner knowing, really, that guides us as we move through the world and grow within ourselves, and it tells us what we're here to do. Now, your purpose can give meaning to your daily life, but also to your understanding of your own existence. It gives you the ability to really look outside yourself and your own world, and even how you can see how you can actually help others. Purpose teaches you how you can effectively make a contribution using your own skills and talents. And this is why purpose itself is so important when we think about wellness and your well being. See, most of us struggle to figure out what our purpose is at least some point in our life. Even I struggled for many years to figure out what my purpose was. It's totally normal and wonderful, though, that you're sticking it out by being here, listening in. And, if you're mulling it over right now, maybe you've had some hard experiences or some joyful ones, and you'd like to share what you've learned with others, right? That might be a journey that you're on. Many people who are on the Live Well, Dream Big journey are on that path. They've gone through a particular challenge in their life that has caused them to kind of wake up to an area in their life, and now they want to go and help others. So let's talk about the 3 layers. On the external layer of Wellness 360, purpose is all about knowing and learning more about your passion. Being passionate is really the cornerstone of really understanding and identifying your purpose. So take some time to consider what brings you joy. Is there something that lights you up, or how do you want to uniquely contribute? And what can you do to share your gifts? On the internal layer, the element of purpose is about finding fulfillment. Now, when we feel fulfilled internally, we can see how that impacts our overall well-being, right? We might just feel more joyful. We have a different mindset. We have more energy. It might be that we actually feel different, or we smile often. It could be we have just a deep knowing about what we're supposed to be doing every day, and that energizes us. And I got to say this, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't feel purposeful and I don't feel I even have time or space to think about it, it's okay, right? Just recognize right now that purpose does impact your well-being. And rather than saying, oh, I can't find my purpose, it's such a struggle, maybe carve out just a few minutes a day where you can start considering what your purpose is. It doesn't mean you have to take action on it today or tomorrow or even this year or next year, right? It's about giving yourself the opportunity to kind of consider it. And on the symbolic layer, purpose represents authenticity, right? Knowing our true selves. Knowing our true selves means when we're tapped into our unique purpose and we can live authentically without fear of judgment from ourselves or others. This can be a lifelong journey, something that happens in a moment, or maybe a deep realization that occurs. Let's talk about some things you can do right now to bring more balance to your purpose element. First of all, get quiet and get clear. Might sound simple, but we're so busy. Our minds are racing. Our subconscious minds are ruling our lives in many ways, telling us what to do. And most of us are running ragged, just trying to finish our to-do list before our heads hit the pillow at night. To tap into your purpose, create a little bit more space in your life, just for a little bit of contemplation, mindfulness, exploration. Set aside 15 minutes a day for a quick meditation or journaling session, or maybe it's only 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Start where you can. Practice your passion regularly. If you've already begun to discover one of your passions, see where you can make it a priority in your life, right? Practice it a little bit every day or devote a little bit of energy to it every week and get in the flow with your passion and allow yourself to feel the energy that it brings you. And then finally, if you just feel like you don't have a purpose, you don't know what it is, make friends with some people who actually feel they have a purpose. You can talk to them about how they found their purpose or how they knew what their purpose was. I actually did this early on in my journey. I talked to so many people. I went to a career counselor. I attended different workshops and seminars. I did a lot of things to kind of figure out what it was. And that's just starting the journey, right? It can be tricky to know what to do to find your purpose, especially if you're surrounded by other people who are always kind of facing the same dilemma or not really thinking about their purpose in life. Instead, go find some people who really inspire you and have found their purpose in life. And finally, do a Wellness 360 check. In Wellness 360, we know the elements do not operate in a vacuum, they're all interconnected. So consider what other elements of Wellness 360 might be impacting your purpose. It can be anything, it's different for each person, right? Even the element of rest, not having time for yourself to contemplate these things or do self-care can impact your purpose, right? Because you don't aren't carving out that time to even create the space for it. Your mindset could affect your purpose. You might be really carrying a negative mindset saying, hey, I'll never find my purpose, or I'm not meant to have a purpose, or, there's too many things in my life right now to deal with. That all might be true. But again, we can carve out a little time to start exploring, right? It doesn't mean it happens overnight, but we give ourselves that space. Our careers can obviously also impact our purpose. It's unique to you. So discover those interconnections for yourself. And that's really what happened for Catherine Spriggs, who went on a big journey with purpose. I love her story in Live Well, Dream Big. Catherine went on the path to finding her purpose, and her story is just amazing. She really suffered for a long time. She noticed that not knowing what her purpose was causing a lot of other bad habits in her life, like poor eating and drinking and negative self-talk and self-doubt and insecurities and toxic relationships, right? So at one point she started realizing these things were interconnected. And then she started asking herself, okay, what am I here for? What am I supposed to do with my life? And one day she finally said, enough is enough. She decided, I'm going to find out my purpose and I'm just going to carve out the time to start exploring it. And that's what I'm suggesting you do today. It worked for Catherine. It's worked for thousands of people that I've supported over the years. And I love Catherine's story. I won't give it all away here, but today she says being able to find your life's purpose is a beautiful thing. And now she's guiding others on a similar journey. Check out Catherine's story. Check out the Live Well, Dream Big guidebook, and be sure to just choose one small action step today. What's one small thing you can do next to start balancing your element of purpose and reclaiming your life and health? I'll see you back here next time.